You're live.
All right. Wait another minute. Is that something I need to know about before the meeting starts?
Yeah, why I did this is our normal, the budget commission. This is where you accept, the trustees have to do a resolution accepting those rates.
Oh, from the auditor. This is from the
Oh, no,
auditor.
this is not, it is from the auditor.
But it's road millage.
Yes, it's the road
Inside,
millage.
outside. Okay.
Yeah. That way,
Okay.
and then I actually highlighted because I typed it in like trustee Griffith second, and then we do a roll call vote.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for attending the Township Trustee meeting on this November 10th. We're going to start at 7:30. You can stand to the pledge, the flag, and a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we thank thee we could gather in this place, and we just ask that you allow us to do good work for the community here in Osnaburg, and just be with all the staff and our family members too, as they are healing. It's in your name. Amen. Okay. All right. Any change to our meeting agenda?
I got none.
No.
Okay, Mr. Hunter.
I just have under old business, I want to give you all oil and gas updates from Aaron, our attorney.
Okay, perfect. All right. All right, approval of the meeting minutes from Monday, 10/27.
Griffith motions approval as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I hand everything to you.
That's fine.
Everything is a treasurer's report.
Okay. And then approval of the special meeting minutes from Monday, 10:30. That will be the non-staple one you have. That'll be the Succo's Park one.
Griffith motions accepted as presented.
Second.
10:30.
10:30 with a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And then finally, treasurer's report, 10:15 through 10:27.
What's the meeting from October 27th?
That one we just did.
Okay.
That one was the one with the staple in it.
Trustee Pure moves.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Trustees on the year-to-date, when you look at that treasurer's report on the year-to-date, you can take note where the $110,000 we received from Huntington Bank went in and then went out, just so you see that on there. It's the first time we ever put money in the Succo's Park line item, but it went in and right back out.
Good. There's the whole pack.
Thank you.
All right, moving along to public speaks. Does anyone here in the public want to speak? Okay, sounds great. Thanks for being here. Fire report.
Okay, so the first thing on there was 241 mobile radio. The radio in 241, when you turn the truck on, the radios have an emergency button on them, and as soon as you turn the truck on, the emergency button went off. So we had Staley's come out and look at it. I got an email this morning. It says that they pulled the FireCom unit and they were going to send it to the factory for repair. They found out that FireCom no longer repairs the units. We do have a spare radio at the station. I'm gonna have to get with Staley's to see if they can come out and put it.
Okay. Our spare radio is a truck radio or is that a base?
Yeah, it's a mobile
It's a
radio.
mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, she sent me, it's not an invoice, it's basically a quote for a new radio and the labor for coming out and looking at the unit
Okay.
this week. But I'm gonna have her just send basically an invoice for the service call.
Labor. Okay.
And then ask her if they can install a new mobile radio.
Okay.
in the program.
Do we need to pay that or do we not have it yet to pay it?
We just have I just have a quote right now, and I don't have an invoice.
Okay.
Which your quote, brother?
The quotes for the service call was $302.50.
Okay.
And then for the new radio, it's $1,350.
Okay.
Like I said, we have a spare.
But that's
one.
with the new radio. Okay.
That's with a new one. Mhm.
All right. So, but the 302 has already been, 302's already been, they've already been out for that, right?
Well, they haven't invoiced us. She just
Okay.
attached it to the quote for the
Okay.
new radio.
All right. Well, let's wait then. Let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait and get an invoice in hand and we'll go from
Why
there.
don't you approve it to a certain amount, because you're gonna have to do one or the other. Because you can always close it out. I mean, the worst case scenario, you're gonna need a radio.
Tom, what'd she say was wrong with the radio?
So the interface went out in the radio and they sent it back to the factory for repair, and they don't repair them. So she just sent a quote for a new radio, not knowing that we have a spare.
Right.
So I'm.
How old was the radio? Was it old?
What do you think? It was,
When we got all the marks.
yeah, so
So it's probably been
2000.
6 or 7 years ago.
2019, probably. That's when.
Only reason I ask is if he has to make a move, if he can use a spare radio,
Yeah.
and that's okay, then I would just do something to cover the expense of them looking at it for now.
Well, they're going to have another bill then come too. Is it okay? You want to cut 2 checks? You want to wait and cut
Yeah,
one?
I would do 2. I can do 2 purchase orders, one for the work already done, and then if you have any more,
Yeah, they're gonna have to come out and install the new one and
Right.
program it.
Let's wait because they're probably going to put it on one bill.
Okay.
They're probably going to put it on one bill. Let's just, if she doesn't have an invoice to you yet, let's wait.
Good invoice.
All right.
So that's that. And then calls, you see the calls there, we had 31 calls. We had 3 assists, or 2 assists, 1 to LLT, 1 to Canton Fire, and then 1 from LLT and 2 others. So
Okay.
that's all I have for the phone.
Okay.
What are we, as we get to the end of the year, what are we looking like? Are we gonna put some money in this capital fund to help this fire truck move, grow? Or you don't know yet? If we wanted to put money into the capital fund, is there gonna be any, or we,
there's gonna be money there, but I didn't know what you wanted to do. Usually I could give you that on your year-end
all
report.
right,
and
I
you
just
could-
wondered, you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know.
right now, I can tell you, when you look at your treasurer's report, you can see that money that's there on the treasurer's report. In the soft building, look at the soft building funds. The 2281 has the 34,930. That's, right now, that's encumbered. We have about $4,000 of that might be used. And if you notice, the other fire, the 2282s has 159. And right now, the fire fund's running lower, that I don't know about payroll yet. Depending on how that goes, I might have to use a little, but I'd say there might be $100,000 there. But you want to carry a little bit of that over, and commonly in the past, and I'm not, since the new levy money's in there, we used to do like $50,000 increments.
That's what, yeah,
Yeah,
so
something
you're
like
thinking
that.
that there's a good possibility to put 50,000.
Yeah, and I know there was some talk, I got some emails
Yeah.
about these radios and other things coming up.
Yeah, there's some
There's some
equipment.
big
There's some
expenses
big
coming in
expensive
there.
stuff coming up.
So I don't know how much,
Right.
yeah, I don't know how much you want to do. I got
So,
it from Tyler.
The air packs, I'm looking at this
Yeah.
email right now.
Yeah, that air pack.
So the air packs are gonna be pretty expensive.
Because there's enough money to help cover air packs right now without moving any money into it, but I mean,
Okay.
you can, I just need to.
Do they expire at the end of 26, the air packs?
Trying to find that email. One second.
Do you remember, Tom?
I don't right off the top of my head. I don't know.
I forwarded the email
Yeah, I found it here.
today, but Randy, I think yours bounced back because I sent it to an old one. That's my fault. And then I caught it later and didn't do anything with it. Just as a side note too, Mr. Trustee Piero had talked to consumers about a couple things, mentioned the fire truck. I also talked to a Scott at Consumers and just asked him in the future if we would look to do any financing, if they would be willing to participate with us, and they said they would. I don't know that the interest rate is all that stellar. It's about what we saw on the presentation, but it would be a lease, and if we could keep, if we decide to go that route, we would keep our interest money in the community, being that Consumers is a local bank. So
this email from Tyler doesn't give a date when those air packs expire.
there we go.
So Tom,
No,
if
we
you can,
just have basically a shortage of air packs.
I thought there was an expiration date on them also. So if we can get
Well,
that,
the bottles do have an expiration.
And
But they need to be hydro tested.
the last couple times we've bought them used.
Yes,
So they had a shelf life when we bought them.
off a marathon.
yeah, so
Yeah.
can we get that answer then? What's the expiration on the air packs? So we know when we have to replace those. It does say the turnout gear. There's several sets expiring in 26 is what the email says.
Yes. And we usually budget for 3 sets.
2 sets a year.
2 sets annually.
2 sets.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna want to have some conversation before a reorg about some of these expenses.
I can give you what, I'll be able to give you what funds are there and what I would recommend to use out of it, because you want to carry over at least 25% of that into the next year. So in case something happens right after the first year, but I'll have a better picture.
Chief Parker, you may be able to speak on this for us. The grant writer that Tyler was talking about, have you worked with that grant writer
So we
before?
worked with Gashel in the past.
Okay.
The Vera Gashel out of Sun.
Okay,
She wrote a grant for us for the AFG grant for a truck.
okay,
And with them, if you do not get it with them writing it the first year, they will write it the second year under that same amount of money. They did both years. We did not receive a truck.
got it. Do you remember I know this is really
The
asking a
cost
lot.
of the grant writer was.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
I would like us to look into, I would be interested in looking into a grant writer, whether it's that company or somebody else. Because our budget's not gonna sustain all this. There's no way we're gonna be able to spend 175K on air packs and
Right.
450K on, it's just not, we're just not gonna have money. So I would like to see us put some funds toward a grant writer, with the hope that we get 1 or 2 or none or some, or I think we gotta give it a try. I'm reading this AFG grant right now. Do you know when that has to be turned in, Amy? Is it yearly?
So it's offered up every year. I honestly don't know what the closing date is on that. I do know that for them, priority is not trucks. That priority is right now is equipment. So I think we would have a better chance of getting either the SCBA's through the AFG grant.
Okay.
Trucks just simply aren't their priority.
Yeah, I think our priority is the air packs and the outfits.
Well, but I'm saying like they prioritize like certain things
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
But
Good.
So, I mean, there would be a lesser chance of us getting that grant for a truck anyway.
yeah.
Right.
But equipment wise, air packs tend to always be on the list of things.
Did you feel like you had a good experience with that grant writer, or would you rather shop?
But I didn't have a ton of experience with her other than getting her the information that she needed. I've also written the AFG grant multiple times over the years. I've worked directly with, they have like mentors that will read everything that you submit and tell you if what you're submitting is good or not. So, I mean, I've written it at least 3 or 4 times over the years as well. I'm not willing to write it again.
No, that's fine.
So I did, other than getting her information, I did not work with her directly at all.
Okay.
So they basically say, this is the information that we need, both on the financial side and on the,
Did you say it's Gash?
Gatchel.
Gatchel.
Do they specialize in fire department grants?
Yes.
Okay. The only thing I would say is I think we need someone that can work with them, because if you don't personalize it, a lot of times that's why, because they don't know us.
Yeah, but I don't think that was the issue.
Because the grant is
There's just questions that you're answering.
it's very
Yeah.
written.
It should
Yeah.
give you,
It's lots of drop downs, correct? Like it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's narrative sections.
yeah, it should
for
give you
some
the
of
narrative,
them.
at least the narrative section, we should be able to.
Trustees, are you okay if I look into what some grant writers are gonna cost? Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, I might get together with you, Amy, and maybe get whatever contact you may still have or may not. Maybe just get the correct spelling or point me in the right direction. So I'll work on that. And Captain Tom sent us this email with some upcoming expenses, and we'll prioritize and work toward it.
Yeah.
All right, great. Anything else for fire?
I have one thing that, this email, where, Catching completed his certification.
Yes.
We need to do that officially, because it looks like in this pay, it was halfway through. He completed, I'll let Tom or Amy tell
Yeah,
about that.
so, Abdul Catchings completed paramedic school, took his national registry test and passed his first time. So he is functioning as a paramedic.
He said
as of now.
1830 now. He should go to 2010.
Okay.
His pay should increase to 2010.
Yeah.
He's an 1830.
Yeah.
What was the name again?
Abdul Catchings?
Yeah.
Catchings.
With an S, Catchings? Okay.
Catchings.
Okay, great.
And you guys can do the formal move, but I can do,
Okay,
when I looked at the hours, halfway through the pay, he has 23.5 hours that would be back pay to make up the difference.
all right. Let's make it effective after the last pay period. When's your
Yeah.
next pay, Brian?
If you wanted to do it back rate it.
Back, so he gets 2 hours.
Yeah,
Because the email came in
if you do,
29.
it came in on
Came in 10
29,
days ago.
but he didn't work on that day, but the 31st.
Make it the 30th.
Yeah, the 30th, you make it that day, then it catches it.
Okay, Trustee Barry would like to make a motion to promote Abdul Catchings to a paramedic status. Right now is $18.30 an hour. We're moving to $20.10 an hour per our chart, and making that effective 10/30.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Okay, thanks for catching that. I remember getting that email.
I try to remember all those emails I get. I've been getting a lot later from the fire department.
All right, anything else? Good. Okay, all right. Thank you. Moving along. How about cemetery report?
Tom would like to leave if we're good with him.
Oh, yeah, thanks. You gotta go.
Cemetery, Sexton Sheriff turned in $1,000 for open and closing for the Schwab family. He turned in $1,000 for the Sherrill, it's SHARAL family. These are both in Mapleton. And the Schwab family member, their last name Jeanette, they donated $600 to go to the cemeteries for use and maintenance.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So that's a total of $1,600.
Do we typically write a thank you for the donation like that?
Should.
Yeah.
What Ryan's put on a little note to me, it said that they thought they were gonna have to buy a lot or pay opening closings on a cremation and different things, so they were gonna have that money there already in a check to pay. And they said, just keep it, I'd like to donate it So that's how it all happened. They thought they were gonna have to buy a lot, and they ended up just saying, keep it.
Do we have like a box of thank you cards here?
I don't have nothing.
Can we order them from Staples or somewhere, or get a box of them, so when people do this, we can write a little note?
Okay, right there.
Mary, would you mind doing that? Next time you're in?
I can put it on, we'll just
If you
put
don't
it on
mind.
the Staples order.
Yeah, and then order it, that way we can send.
Next time you're in here
I'll sign
working, if you don't mind just writing that up for us, that'd be awesome.
I know Ryan didn't officially tell me about Reefs Across America, but I know that's coming up that first week, and that first or second Saturday in December. I forgot to ask him that when I talked to him this last week. Just to update, because we usually get a porta-john and stuff
Yeah.
like that set up over there, but
Yeah.
I want to confirm the dates. I believe it's the 12th or, let me look at
The
that.
13th,
Second, or it's usually the second,
It's
isn't
the,
it? Second of December.
It's like it's
Saturday.
like on either the 13th or the 20th. It's either on Saturday, the 13th or the 20th.
Yeah.
It's one of them two
I'm not
dates.
sure.
Okay. All right, well, let's get that thank you card and we'll sign it. I think it's a good idea. That county needs every penny it can get. All right, anything else for cemetery?
Nothing else.
Okay, road report.
Trustees had a minute to look over the road report.
I saw the road sweeper out and saw the new truck hauling some rock this past week. That was good. Did we get a couple big piles up there?
Did you get them all, did you get across everything that you wanted to?
3 days would have been perfect, but 2 days we did
Good portion of it.
we skipped some of the parts that were like all woods and ditch line, and we just hit basically where houses were at, so we wouldn't throw it in the yards.
Yeah.
So doing that, we was able to move
Rodney
along quicker.
went out the day before he came and swept back the intersection stuff, so they didn't have to mess around with that, so I thought.
Oh,
that was
good.
pretty
You put the sweeper on, it went out.
And then I found out as we were out there, the parts I swept back that became thicker, the sweeper just raised up on the thick parts of stone. So I had to go over it twice
Yeah, got
to
you.
get it because it was just too thick for the.
That's
do
better
it on
than messing around at the
Yeah.
intersection.
Right.
I see you went out with Larry a couple times. How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good.
Good.
He's getting it down.
Good.
He's going to be going out and learning more when he's here on
Great.
his route. He's getting used to driving a bigger vehicle than he's used to.
That's all right.
So yeah, he's doing good.
Good.
Today was actually the one thing that we need to do is amend Josh Jordan's start date.
Okay.
I'll do it right now. Trustee Carroll moves to amend resolution 25-282, start date for Josh Jordan to 11/10/2025.
Trustee Varian second. All those in favor?
Uh,
Aye. Motion carries.
And today was his first day.
Great.
Oh, good.
Did really well. We brought in the snow plows and everything and started checking them out.
Great. Good.
I did find one thing on truck 204 snow plow. There was a nice 4-foot line that's like rusted and cracked on the one side, and then over toward the passenger side, there's about another foot long, like rusted crack in the actual bottom of the plow.
Okay.
So I took it over to Bucket Hill Fabricating, and for them to put a plate along the bottom and weld it on and to reinforce what's cracked, they gave me a quote of $600 to fix that plow to make it.
Is the plow
safer.
sitting over there now?
It's
Did you
not
replace
not until something gets approved or
Okay.
whatever.
I looked at it, that's a good deal.
There's a lot of welding and fab in there.
Yeah,
We have $600 in the account for that.
That'll make it last a while then.
Oh, yeah.
it's
I think there is.
better than having a big crack and,
Yeah, good.
going out.
It's not the cutting blade. It's not the
No,
cutting
no,
blade.
it's
just-
above the cut.
just
So it's actually the structure of the plow.
Well, it's the skin. The skin's
Yeah,
wearing
the
out.
skin.
Yeah, that'll make it last a long time.
Yeah, all right.
Trustee Carroll moves to pay Buck Bill up to $600 to repair truck 204 blade.
Do you need more than 6?
No,
That
that's
should
what
do
they
it.
told me,
All right.
and they're ready for it. They
Great.
said,
He said 600.
600.
And that's Buck Hill, right?
Buck Hill. Trustee
Okay.
Varian second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. You wanna
They
get it
said
over to
they're ready for it. They're not
Super.
very busy right now.
That's great. Get it done before they're gonna get busy.
Yep.
Yep, all right.
Other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah, they'll probably fix that one day.
And I did put the tonnage down just for you, Brenda, because I know you asked questions last year
On what?
on the gravel that we picked up off the road. So I
Oh.
made sure I had like a running count of what we got per day.
Oh, I see.
What we added to our pile up there.
Cool.
Okay.
Great.
I wanted to tell you, if you get a chance, no hurry, drive up Westfall again. Because I've seen a bunch of them trees, but they're laying on that, I think it's a phone line,
Yes.
but there's like two of them that it's come down really low.
Yep.
Like I'm with my head down when I go down it. But they're broke off.
They're broke off lane on the phone line, right?
Yes.
We have called the telephone company about those lines. They're still there.
The lines are still there. I'm afraid those trees have gotten
Right.
so low, though, they're gonna start hitting
That's,
things.
yeah. right.
And I don't know what to do.
I don't,
I mean, they're not on the road
It's
yet.
on
I
back
can
there.
call the telephone company again and report the thing. We already had like 2 calls into it and nobody's ever
From
showed
other
up.
people.
I mean, they are telephone lines. I mean,
Well, they're supposed to be pulling all of those down by the end of,
are they?
yeah, they're removing all the lines on the poles.
Because I've always been told if it's on the lines, we're not to touch it because if we created the snap or something,
Create more work, yeah.
and we don't
Yeah.
wanna. But yeah, those telephone lines are the only thing holding those trees up.
What company
Yeah.
is it?
AT&T.
We called AT&T,
Yeah, it is AT&T.
but nobody has
But
ever even came out.
AT&T said they're removing all the overhead lines
Right.
along there.
And there's the one on 44 also, right there where you turn in to come into HILLVALE. It's on the telephone lines, still
I've
sitting,
seen that one.
still sitting there, and it's broke off at the bottom. Literally,
Yeah.
the phone lines are the only thing holding that one up too.
These two, if you drive up there, I don't know what's making them, they're going like this.
Mhm.
And they're almost balancing now, so they're like ready to come down.
Oh,
I mean, there's a lot up there leaning on them,
we could
but these
probably
two, I don't know what
attempt
happened.
to throw something up and see if we can pull it down, but I hate to
Make more work.
put ourselves in a
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
where-
I think you just
Yeah.
need to call them again and say it's coming down.
yeah.
I bet if it comes all the way down, they come out.
Maybe not.
Well,
I
it'll
bet
come
they
off,
show up.
it's broke off, it'll come
You've
off the
seen the
line.
broken telephone poles right down
Yeah,
there. They don't even care to respond to it.
No, because they're all going to all underground,
Right.
and that's why they're gonna be pulling all that wire down. That's what they told us.
Yeah.
So, but that, I'm afraid, is gonna fall on the car.
We'll-
That's the two,
We'll
because
head
they're,
out there
just look
Thursday,
at it.
Wednesday and
Just
see
look.
if, all right,
See what
what
you
we can
think.
do.
It's just going up the hill. You'll see it.
Oh, I know right where you're talking about.
All right,
Each time it's a
sir,
little lower.
you need to spend any money? I hate to ask.
Very good.
He already
That's
did.
You
That's
already
all.
did?
We're good.
All right, super.
Great
Trust-
question. How did the salt and the grits, you got all that in there okay, mixed up good?
Yeah.
So you're ready to go?
I've got, we probably got smidgen over 300 ton mixed up, ready to go.
Okay,
And
Did you
then-
have to put anything out this morning or not?
No,
Okay.
okay.
no, it was all, we don't really have bridges like that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple accidents this morning on the way, on the commute.
Yep,
Yeah, 30 was kind of a
30
mess,
was
77 was a
terrible.
little mess.
I heard there was trucks and
Yeah,
semi trucks
Yeah.
that.
I think the bridges all froze over.
It
People
was
just started
the
slippery, getting slippery.
I know Denny
Yeah.
said he saw a car and it's roof.
The one group brings their kid all the way to Louisville from across town, and she counted 7 accidents when she dropped her little one off.
Yep.
Yeah, on the way. Wow. So, all right, Trustee Varian moves to pay the Village of East Canton for the second half, $26,240.15.
Second.
All those in favor? Seasonal weight reduction for Stark County engineers.
That's just a motion to do it, isn't it?
Is that a motion? Do we need a motion on that?
What that was is, I don't know if Rodney has that sheet, if he had a chance to evaluate to even give it, like if you're gonna submit something in, you
Yeah.
need to have a motion by it. But I don't know if he's had.
We don't submit in though, do we?
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I seen the sign and traffic guy today, but didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
It's
Because
just
they do
something,
go around. and
it's
put it-
there's a deadline on doing it
okay,
before the end of the year, so you could submit it in to get those signs or something.
all right.
If the trustees would make a resolution, if Rodney comes and say, hey, there's 2 or 3 areas
That you want to do
we
weight
want to do, you
restrictions?
need to let
Okay,
them, give them heads up.
all right. All right, anything else for road before we go to zoning?
No, that's it.
All right. Super. We got the village done, we got the engineers done.
Yeah, the check for Cargill for the 307 tons we got was 19,350.62.
Okay,
I had did a purchase order for 1,000 ton, back a while back, that's 62,890. I know we're buying it differently now.
Is that one in this- is that one in
Yeah,
this
that one's
file?
in there. I just, usually we ask for approval for those large amounts. If it was like the whole
yeah,
thing.
but we don't need a motion, that, we were just giving us the knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, moving along to zoning, Miss Mary.
Since last meeting, no permits issued. I do have a lot split that we're working on, waiting for a check to come in for. On the nuisance side of things, starting off with the house over on Indian Run, I've looked over the notes from the prosecutor's office from in the past, and I know they said we could go and board up the windows and shut the doors.
There is no door.
Yeah, but they didn't say we could board up the door at that point.
Okay,
And I was looking into our paperwork for tearing the property down, and that applies to removal, repair, or securance of the building. So I think we may be able to do that
okay.
and kind of work off of what we already have.
So you think we can board the door?
I think I asked the prosecutor's office again, just to double check before I do anything.
Why would anybody argue?
I was gonna say, I think
I don't think
for the
anybody
sake of
does.
safety, you're not gonna get pushback on that.
Yeah, that's what I just want to
Okay.
double check with them, make sure we got all our ducks in a row.
Yep.
On that.
So we would have to buy a piece of plywood to board
Mhm.
that up with.
Sure.
Mhm.
So can we go ahead and approve buying a piece of plywood and then having our road crew put that up?
Yeah, I think we cover enough.
Once the prosecutor okays
Yeah.
it with me.
I think we cover enough money to be able to get a couple pieces of plywood if they have to do windows. And the backside could have all the windows blown out, we don't know.
What do we, I'm for boarding it up, but, should we have like a sheriff? What if
There's nobody
what-
living there.
You know that.
Well,
I mean,
there's
you'd hate to
nobody
board-
legally living there.
I know, but you'd hate to board somebody in. I don't, or that you want them to yell in there? I mean, I'm just bringing it up so they
Yeah.
know if they get out.
You know, I think you do it on night, you do it on, do it at dusk and you holler in the house and you start boarding it up.
I think the prosecutors might give us direction on that too.
Yeah, you can ask that question.
We have an account at Carter. that
They can spend up to
we can-
250.
we can Get what you need.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then Rodney, if you happen to be involved with that, we can just write it up to go into the general funds
Okay.
costs.
No problem.
Cool.
Take
Yeah.
care of it.
So once the prosecutor,
Once we get an approval
so
from Mary.
I'll make a motion that we allow up to $249 to purchase plywood or nails, whatever they need to board up the house on Indian Run, once the prosecutor gives a,
Second.
okay.
Trustee
Oh.
Cruiser.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, great.
I've
Thank you.
got a question on that. Do you want us to go?
Yeah.
Take a look and see like how many boards we're gonna need?
Yeah.
Because-
I would do a little recon, yeah.
Okay,
You guys have a saw?
yeah, we got saws and everything.
If you need any of those tools, holler. I'm just right up the street and we got a whole pile of that stuff.
We got
Farm.
battery operated
Okay,
saws
cool.
that'll rough cut it and then we'll just
Great.
Yeah,
screw it in.
Do they have to have them all custom fit? and
That's right.
everything?
no.
We're not custom fit either.
You
We're
just
just
need to
gonna-
make it so people can't get it,
Yeah,
especially truck.
right.
Okay.
Going down the list there over on Lucy, it's been on our list for a while. I know in the past, the tenant there had cleaned up the vehicles. I got a phone call, I think last week, maybe the week before, which is from the neighboring property owner, about the vehicles back there. They're back in the woods by the building, so when the trees have leaves and everything, it's hard to see them from most of the road. Out on Lucy at the end of the township. I did send a letter to the owner and to the tenant at the property And the owner reached back out to us, said they spoke to them, they're working on it. I also reached out to the prosecutor's office for clarification in case there's any issue, because that property is actually zoned B3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. It's B3 out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that one specifically is B3.
Yeah, all right.
So I just reached out to them, just double check everything. Out there on Lincoln, where all the tires and stuff was, that's all cleaned up and taken care of. Everything's out there.
Yeah, they're working on that house.
That's
So
nice.
Yeah.
that's off our list.
Great.
The one on Sunlight, I reached out to the health department and kind of see where they go from there. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got.
Great. Thank you.
What about the one with the tree going through the car?
The
What street
one
is
out
that?
on Georgetown.
Yeah.
That one we got mowed and everything, or the weeds all killed off and everything. And that's what we were going after that.
Okay, that one you're gonna add it. Perfect.
Great. All righty. Look at us go. All right, old business, oil and gas, Ryan.
Trustees, I stapled one for each one of you.
Okay, there you go.
Aaron got back to us from the oil and gas on his recommendations on pursuing some of these that were what's called soft defect or defect that we couldn't count in on the group. The first one you're looking at, once everybody's looking at number one parcel is at 10 acres. That's this site here. And he gives his thoughts. And then what you see highlighted is what him and I discussed. He says, Aaron says he has had some success with working through those, but you don't know until you send a letter. You said you should send a letter regardless, requesting. He said there's no guarantees on it though, but that 10 acres would equate to take 10 acres times the 3,500. Whether you trustees think it's worth it or not, or I think he kept recommending you should at least send a letter to notify them, because what he found out is that 10 acres there and the 3.3 acres, which is up at the fire station number 2, when the properties were all changed hands, no letters were sent to the gas people or the people that had rights to it. So he don't even know if anybody's getting any royalties. Maybe there's some royalties owed, or you should notify, and
Right.
you all might be more familiar with that 9. He said, at least you get the letter out. He felt that it would make them aware of, hey, yeah, we'll release it, or no, we're not going to release it, but we didn't know you guys had it or something. But that's the 10 acres. When you look at the number 2 there, you can see after you look at that one, he said that one's going to be a hard one. He says it's really questionable, but he says you still need to send a letter. He said you want to notify that property has been transferred. Right now, even though there was titles done and all that stuff back years ago, there was no notification to the firms that had the mineral rights on those that there was new ownership.
If there's no notification to them, they are not allowed to change who, you have to notify them.
Yeah.
And if you never notify them, it'll never change.
Well, that's that.
So this Mary lady could have been collecting royalty for.
Well, that's the name of the well.
Yeah.
Mary Among number 1 is the name of the well
Right, but
So-
it probably was owned by.
at some point. But
Yes.
the oil well company, if like they sent the payment to her and it came back like she's deceased,
Mhm.
or whoever owned the ground, then they just keep the money and keep,
Yep, you have to contact them.
so I think we need to do
They
that.
will not go look at the county auditor's website.
And if you look at number 3, that one, it's actually onto the second page. He feels this is the easiest one. He feels he could get this one out of what's called defect. He thinks he can get that one switched over. And then I put down, him and I talked, I said, what do you think you're going to have involved with this? And the first question I asked him was, as a group, our existing ones that we have, he said, all the people in the group paid $500 retainers. he says, such as us, we might have had to pay a little bit more. He wasn't sure yet, but he said, I will be locking that down once I get everything in place. But he said, as far as what he's doing for us, this is over and above. Him and I talked. I said, well, what do you think it's going to take you? And he said, maybe a couple hours. So the 1,000, he's at $5.30 an hour. He said $1,000 to $1,100 is how he quoted. And I said, well, maybe the trustee will say, we want you to go up to this much, get the letters out. And then,
Is that for all three?
yeah, that's for all three of them. Yes.
I make a motion, we approve to pay him up to $1,500 to do all three of these parcels and get it sent out on our behalf.
Trustee Varian, second. All those in favor?
Uh,
Great.
Thank you. I'll let him know. He wants to know as soon as possible. I'll let him know that first thing in the morning.
Okay. New business, approval of the amount and rates for the Stark County Budget Commission.
Trustees, I did give you that copy. I gave trustee Varian a master copy I had prepared. This is where the county every year, they take all the millage and they tell us what we're gonna get. And this is what I set up the green sheets. I set up all the temporary appropriation, then permanent appropriation. But this is what they're saying the township's gonna get from the tax levies. So I had set that up that,
Do we need a motion to approve?
yes, you need a motion to adopt it
Okay.
and then a second. And
Do you want all the numbers? Or you just want to just adopt it as is?
It's up to you. I know sometimes you read the total on the millages when
Total is $851,257.
That's where when you say that, that was for your
Amount to be deferred to levy is 10 mil.
yeah. And then this one is the amount for inside mill, and that one's your one for outside, the millage of what these two numbers.
So that's inside, that's outside.
Yes.
All right. Trustee Varian moves to adopt and accept the road millage from the county. Outside millage would be $851,257. Inside millage would be $409,706.
Trustee Griffith, seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We need a roll call on that one. Roll call vote, please.
Go Piro.
Yep.
And Griffith.
Yes.
And Varian.
Yes. I'm
Thank
gonna give you that one back.
you. All right.
Okay. All right, fiscal officer to give updates on Mapleton Gun Club.
Trustees, I went to the meeting down there in regards to some calls we got on complaints with different, through the night shootings and hours and all this and that. I talked to 3 different people prior to going down there, a previous president, one secretary that I knew. And when I got to the meeting, after all the acknowledgement of, hey, how good to see you there, I hadn't seen a lot of those people. They started their meeting, and what was kind of neat, they were addressing all these things. They're putting camera systems in down there. They have approved to put in security cameras so that they can monitor all the people going in and out of there. They also were looking into the phone system. They have to upgrade the phone system so that calls will go directly to the people that are closest. They did a good job of, before I even spoke or said anything, of things that they were already working on. They already were aware of, the Stark County Sheriff had made them aware of some of these complaints because the Stark County Sheriff being one of the big members down there. And there was a discussion once I did speak that they asked about, could they gate off a road and all of these pros and cons. I didn't have to say too much because some of the people there come right out and said, you can't gate off the road because they talked about putting passcodes and things like that. Because truck drivers such as us, we get, whether it's Sandy Township or even on the backside off of Fairhill, you can't be blocking the roads because those are milled roads. So snow plows can't get in. And then he said, well, yeah, we'd have to plow our own road. And there was a lot of discussion. I think it was good because they're updating their website. They're going through a switchover with officers right now. I'm not saying it's going to resolve the issues, but
They're working on it.
Yeah, they all seemed like this late night shooting, they feel it wasn't from any club members. These were other people that, whether they just slid down there and were using the facility because they have busted a few people down there coming down after hours. One of the guys that was there said that shooting on those particular nights that the a resident had called in where, he said that wasn't at the club, it was actually over on another road. So some people have already been investigating it.
Yeah,
But they thanked me for being there, and I told them I'd pass that information on to you, the trustees.
Yeah.
So,
I do have one thing on Sucos Park.
Oh.
So remember the school went out, did their tour, and Cliff was there and I was there and Kevin Miller came and helped. And then after that, they were gone, I went back to tie up the
the caution tape,
caution tape,
the real high tech, yeah.
the caution tape.
Uh-huh.
And there was a gentleman that came walking from across the road in one of those houses. And he didn't really speak very good English. He just said that he said, I have to walk for my knees. And so there's already people coming in there walking that pathway.
Okay.
So I think that we're
You
gonna
need
have
to stay on the signage. Get
the
that done.
signage and to decide what we're gonna do.
that was the other thing I was gonna remember.
Yeah.
The Atarma rep is coming out there Wednesday afternoon
Oh, to go.
to do an
good.
evaluation for us,
Great.
Okay,
to
Great.
recommend signage or things to put out there.
I think the minute we open it, people will start using it.
And,
well, they're using it without us opening
Yeah.
it. So that's the problem.
and I mentioned that to Phil, he was all in on any monies that needed to help with that project.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
let me
if we-
give Andy a call. I just want him to get the sign back up.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, it's they never had a building.
yeah, and we said when we pulled in, it was a little sharp to pull in, like if you're coming from this direction, I turn in the far driveway, because to turn in this driveway, I would have been going like this. So I think we just need
Yeah,
to
we're
cut
gonna have
off
to
the
define
corners a
the,
little
yeah.
bit.
Define the
You
in,
mean like
define
an
the in
enter-
and the
enter
out.
and exit,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we wanted to have one in or one exit, so we don't have people running into each other.
Well, let's wait and see what the retirement guy says, and then we'll
Yeah.
get some signage ordered. That'll be good.
So we can get our temporary, do you want our temporary sign up there?
Yeah, I think to fulfill that grant, we have to put that sign back up.
Okay.
I think that's smart. Just to
But we
cross
do-
all of our T's,
Yeah.
done all right.
Yeah.
We do have people using it already.
That's great. That's a
Well,
great.
I knew they were using it the day he
That's a
pulled
great
his
thing.
equipment out of there, because I was over there. and they
Yeah.
were in there.
Yeah.
The, oh shoot, what was I gonna say, when the signage recommendations come back, I wanna get that to you as quick as possible, because the other thing I was asking about is markings, even though it's a gravel or packed
Mhm.
ground, just so that people just don't go in there in a cluster mess
Yeah.
and go where they should go. And I don't know, the companies we use to do the parking lots at the funeral homes and different things, there's companies out there do that. It's not that painful.
Mhm.
I mean, they do the striping in Canton South. I remember seeing that was $650, one in East Canton. You all know the sizes of that, but I don't know what it would charge to do something temporary, at least out there.
Well, I think because we didn't put the seal down because of the weather, I don't know that we want to stripe it before we put the seal down.
Well, the stuff they put down now isn't like a permanent. It's just something like, I think.
Yeah,
they
being
use
in
like a
gravel,
ring.
it's gonna not last
It's
super
like-
long.
They wanted people to stay off of the sprayed grass that's on there,
Yeah, the hydro seed.
because they'll kill it if they walk on it, so maybe stay off the grass, I don't know.
All right, anything else? We can do? Trustee Barry moves to adjourn and pay bills. Second, all those in favor?
All right.
Aye. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think some sign, maybe even some temporary signage. It just says,
So.
please stay off the grass for now as it's seeding,
Yeah.
you know? I think that's smart. I enjoyed walking around with the kids. It's been, I realized the trail went so far down. And then back up.
It's almost a mile.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, is it really?
I think so.
Wow, that's great.
So I don't know what to do. What do I need to do?
I mean, to me, in a very basic format,
It's a little
you
bit
could continue
longer.
to